to my YouTube channel. I am MiaEllaMakeup and today I've decided to film a little glow up video. It's lockdown here in the UK and I was feeling a little bit, I don't know, I just weren't feeling myself. So I've decided to put a bit of makeup on and all of a sudden I feel so much better. Yeah, if you want to see me go from
not so cute to cute,
then keep watching. So to prime my eye, I use the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2. I'm going to be going into this shade here. What I'm doing with this colour is I'm just kind of focusing it in my outer V. I'm packing it in my crease and then bringing it around, almost following my eye socket. And then once I get it to the intensity I like, I'm just going to start to kind of flick it up and out, just to kind of create more of a blown out effect. So the Christmas tree is up. If you haven't seen it, the video is down below. I filmed my first ever vlog. I'm gonna leave this inner corner bit bare because I'm gonna be putting other stuff there, but I'm just focusing this colour just like towards the middle to the outer part of the eye. I'm just gonna go in and mix these two together just on a fluffier brush, and I'm really starting to focus this above where I put that darker colour and then start to flick, almost kind of press and flick up towards my temple. I'm just going to switch between the two colours just so I get like the blend and the depth that I'm happy with. So now that's blended to how I want it to be blended, I'm gonna go in and deepen a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here and I'm just gonna focus that on the very outer bit and almost like drag it up and wing it out. So now I'm gonna go in and apply this shade here. And I'm gonna try and blend it up into my eyebrow. So now, taking my P. Louise base, I'm just gonna start to cut my crease and I'm gonna focus this on the inner corner, going over my tear duct and using that as a guide to kind of shape my eye, if that makes sense. Now you will see me start to push this up into my crease, and then I'm going to go in my ring finger and just really diffuse that into the shadows we've just applied to create more of a blown out effect. And it should start to look a little bit like this. Don't worry about blending the edges because now you're going to go back in with the palette. Shimmers I'm going to be using are this one, and these two. Also gone into the Juvia's Place palette just to get this bright green here, which is going to brighten everything up. When it comes to like shimmers and applying it on my lid, if I can use my fingers I will, because I just feel like it goes on a lot better. So I'm going to take that first one on my ring finger again and just start to apply it towards the outer V. You're gonna go in with the more khaki shade and just start to apply that, blending the two together, and then take this a little bit further up on your eye, and then with a clean finger I'm just kind of gonna go on the edges and play around with that a little bit more. Don't be afraid to take it up into the green you applied either, because that's what's gonna give you the blown out effect. gonna go back in with this shade here, and I'm just gonna start to kind of blend that bright green a little bit more and bring that khaki tone back. We're gonna be focusing this on the center of my eye, so my eye is open, you can see it a lot more. So now I'm just going to switch between the khaki shade and the bright green shade just on my fingers and just play around with it until I get the blend that I'm happy with. So now I'm going to take an angled brush and dip into a black eyeshadow and try and create like a smoked out liner effect. I'm also going to be taking this into my waterline as well. So now I'm just going to go in with a bit of concealer underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go back into my Boss Nude palette and I'm going to take this shade here. But I'm staying away from, zoom in a little bit more. But I'm keeping this colour away from the inner corner. And then with this brush, I'm taking the two lighter green shades from before. I was blending that under my eye. So now I'm just going to take the yellow from the Juvia's Place palette and just start to smoke it out a little bit more. I'm also going to go back to like my previous brushes in the same kind of khaki green colours and just play around with the intensity and blend until I'm happy with it. What I love about this mascara is you can either wear it on its own or wear it underneath lashes, if you know what I mean. Like, it gives your lashes that full effect. So because I've already filmed my base, like it's in one of my other videos, I'll link it down below. I'm just gonna kind of brush past it. So I'm back to talking. I can't give you attention right now, I'm sorry. I can't. Here's paw. Give me paw. Give me paw. Oh, thank you, baby. Give me the other one. Oh, I love you so much. So now to set all that in place, I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder in the shade Cream Puff. And that just looks like this. I'm just going to be using this on just like a little powder brush. And for this, I'm just going to apply it under my eyes. I really like using foundation powders under my eyes because I feel like it just adds a little bit extra coverage. Now I'm just going to go in with a slightly bigger brush and just go in with this collection powder in the shade Ivory. So now I'm going to bronze my face, and for that I'm going to be using it's all rubbed off, the Glam Bronze by MORPHE in the shade Megastar. I have this brush that is very old and very damaged. Basically, this is a big fluffy brush from the Jaclyn Hill collection, but it's completely lost its shape. But I tell you what, it's amazing to like when I do my big blends.
For example,
I am now going to take this brush and dip it into that yellow from the Juvia's Place palette. Now for blusher, I got a little sample, and this is one of the NARS liquid blushers. I'm not 100% sure on what the name is, but it's one of the pinkier ones. And to go over the top of that, I'm just gonna kind of go into this middle one here. So my phone's about to die, it's on 10%, so I need to get this done quick. So for lashes, I'm using this Instagram brand called LVM Lashes, and these are in the style Fine Lady, which look like this. Lashes are on, and oh my goodness, Letitia, honey, you did this. For highlighter, to get that glow on, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hyper Reflective Highlighting Palette. I'm going to be mixing these two together. And for lips, I'm going to be using a strip down liner by MAC. For my lipstick, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona lipstick. This is Natasha Denona I Need a Nude in the shade Judith. As you can see, it's one of my favourite nudes ever. And this is the Maybelline Nude Embrace in the shade 930. A little tip if you want to make it a proper contrast, you can get a bit of your concealer and get a tiny bit on your ring finger, put a bit on the back of your hand, and then